Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So a couple things. Got a chance to take a look at the MRI. Several things going on the MRI. Number one is you've got two compression fractures of varying ages. The first one is T12, which is old. That's way, way, way old. Okay, that was probably from your fall in September.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to walk 3/4 of a mile to school, back home 3/4 of a mile to have lunch, back to school and all that.
In the snow, over the mountains, through the woods, and through.
Well, it's 3/4 of a mile each way. And all your good leg has to do is slip, and you're going to find a spot to go down. You don't even think about it.
Yeah. Well, so I can tell you this, that T12 fracture is certainly old. Is it from September? Probably. I can't say with a 100% degree of certainty. So that's old. That, has been there, You still have, normally compression fractures after they've healed up, they really shouldn't be causing you any pain. Okay? So that is out of the equation. The second thing is you have a newer compression fracture at L4. Okay? That's what we call, an acute to subacute fracture, meaning it's occurred within the last 6 weeks or so, somewhere in there. Okay? Now that compression fracture will generally cause, pain again right around where L4 is, which is about down here. Okay? And it seldom ever causes pain down in here.
Yeah.
All right? So again, I'm less enthused about thinking that a kyphoplasty at L4 will necessarily make that pain go away, because I don't think that that's the cause of the pain. And here's the reason why. Okay? That fracture at L4 is newer, so within the last 6 weeks or so. Right. Well, you didn't fall, but
I fell in my bedroom.
Yeah.
On my head.
But here's the trick, right? This is what ties it all in. You've had that pain for more than 6 weeks. So, why, if it were that fracture at L4 that's causing the pain.
Well, that's not exactly true. The pain did come September 21st.
So that's what I'm saying. So more than 6 weeks he's had the pain. But the fracture at L4 we know happened within the last 6 weeks. So that's not what's causing it, because the fracture is later than when you started having the pain. So it's not the L4 fracture that's causing pain. So fixing it, I don't think, is necessarily going to make your pain better. Okay? Now, you do have some stenosis, which means narrowing around the spinal cord and the nerves. You've got it at multiple levels, and that possibly could be the cause of your symptoms.
Well, how do you work on a nerve?
Well, the one way to fix it is to go in, make an incision, open up the space around the nerves, and free up the nerves. That could be more what's, causing your symptoms, more likely than the compression fracture. So that's kind of the thought process. And, and if it were the compression fracture, that's easy, quick in and out, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever, to do the kyphoplasty to fix that. Okay? But if it were the stenosis and you needed to have the stenosis fixed, that's a whole new ball of wax. That's different. It's called a lumbar laminectomy, which involves an incision probably about that long, and it's a little bit more invasive than a kyphoplasty. Kyphoplasty, you have it done, sometimes people come from home, have it done, and they go home the same day. No real downtime. Next day you're about to doing everything you were doing before. With a laminectomy, it is actually a recovery time period, and the operation itself does kind of hurt like crazy. And it's for a guy your age who's at